Okay, so this kind of became a series without me really knowing or trying, so I did this for Piranha Plant, I did it for Joker when he released, and now we're going to do it for the hero, who I have to say had a much smoother release than Joker did, so I guess Nintendo learned their lesson because I was able to log in or turn on my Switch at 9:01 p.m., and I downloaded the hero, and the servers came back up, maybe an hour and a half later, and I played online, and everything was great. So, before we get into this mini breakdown, because that's what this is going to be, no one has had ample time to do a full breakdown on Hero yet, so this is going to be some things that I've noticed from playing for a couple hours. And let me know down in the comment section below, if you picked up the hero, what do you think, and which version or which alt do you prefer? I mean, typically I'll lean towards the Dragon Quest, was it 1, 2, and 3 version, Erdrick? I don't know. That's the one I go with. My DQ knowledge isn't very expansive. I guess any DQ. Dragon Quest, Dairy Queen. So the first thing I wanted to cover before we start talking about moves and specifics is the fact that the hero is a very heavy RNG-based character. Now, for those of you who don't know what RNG means, it stands for Random Number Generator, and it leaves a lot to chance. So, for example, his F-Smash, or I don't know which attacks it is exactly, but his F-Smash has the chance to crit. Now, while that attack didn't crit, that one did. And you weren't able to see it, but I actually had to cut about 12 or 13 F-Smashes to actually get him to crit. Now, I didn't necessarily do anything different. I did the same uncharged F-Smash that I did previously, but like I said, it's completely left to chance, and selecting that number, whatever it may be, that makes the hero do a critical attack. And the level of uncertainty doesn't end there. It also spills over into his down B, which is what makes him unique. So you have this RPG menu, which you have 4 spells come up. You have Hocus Pocus. All right, we lost it because you have a time limit on that too, by the way. So you have Magic Burst, Kaboom, Metal Slash, Accelerate. Now, if I hit down B again after I cancel, I get 4 completely different spells. Heal, Snooze, Sizzle, and Thwack. Now, I might get some of those spells again, but I might get them in a different slot. So it's hard to tell where it's going to be. So you're going to have a really quick reaction to use the spells you want to, and that's where applying pressure comes from when playing against someone who's using hero. So you don't want to give them the opportunity to pick something because there's nothing there, but if we get Accelerate, or if we get something that's going to give us a buff, like this is basically like Shulk's speed art. Only I personally think it's a lot faster, but you also have Psych Up, which increases damage, and you don't want to give Hero the opportunity to pick one of those, because they can just all day long down B until they get something that they want, and like, okay, I want Accelerate, I want a speed boost, and then I can select it. But like I said, it's impossible to train some kind of muscle memory, because once you hit down B, your eyes have to drift downward, and you have to see what spells you have available, because, if I hit down B and I pick Oomph, that's cool, like, okay, now I have a buff. But I've hit down B and I accidentally pick something like Magic Burst, I mean, that didn't kill me, but if I would have accidentally picked Kamikaze, then I'm dead, I lose a stock. Also, you don't want to accidentally use something that's going to eat up all your mana. Like Magic Burst, it ate up all of my mana, and now if I need to recover, if I come off here, I might be able to do it then, but if I only have 2, I'm not making it back. So don't go around just spamming down B because it might be fun, and yes, it is fun because it's what makes the hero, because you can do cool things like that. You can heal, I can turn into Hatchet Man. Don't know what that means, but I like saying Hatchet Man. You could be like straight up Majin Vegeta and just explode. Kamikaze is more like Majin Vegeta, but you get the idea. And the crazy thing is, when Sakurai did that 20-minute demo of Hero, Smash Twitter basically imploded. Oh my god, Hero's broken, it has a Kamikaze one-hit kill. Like, people didn't wait to see what the character was actually like. I mean, that's gonna happen with every new character that's added to the game until we actually get hands-on, but he's really not. I mean, once you hit down B, you don't know what you're gonna get. You have to stand still when you use it, so you're gambling when you play Hero. You don't have to go to Vegas, you don't have to go to Atlantic City. If you want to gamble, just be a Hero main. We're going to move on, though. We're going to start talking more about physical attacks and aerials, because I could spend an hour alone talking about each spell and the different uses each spell has, but we're going to save that for an actual breakdown. Now, the hero feels a little sluggish. I mean, you have decent aerials, like he has a big range on his Nair, and that's likely going to be one of your better combo starters, but I can't see the hero, like, even the timing is tight to get like a true combo there, but I can't see the hero having very long, complicated combo strings because he's just so sluggish in everything that he does. Like his Nair, it has great range, but the end lag on it it's very, very heavy, so it's hard to bounce out of it and do something else. Like, you can auto-cancel it a little bit, and you can do it into a forward air, but the timing is tight, like I said. Now, to balance it out, he does a lot of damage. Like, a tipped forward air will deal, I think, maybe 16 damage if you hit with the absolute tip of it, so that was 14.4. I think it goes up to 16, but I'm not entirely sure. So just some easy things I've noticed you could do at 0. You can do a Nair into a forward air. You gotta really fast fall it, though, because the timing is a little tight. You can do the same thing into an up tilt, but you gotta be close. You can do it into an F-tilt as well, but the thing about Hero's F-tilt is it's a 2-hitter, so you have the Shield Bash and then the Sword Slash. Try saying that 5 times fast. The Shield Bash doesn't have great range like the second attack does, so you can do it into an F-tilt, but you gotta be really close to hit with the first attack. So, like, I'm still missing it. You gotta, like, be right on top of him. What I have noticed, though, is his up air is the fastest aerial, because everything has a wind-up. Fair has a wind-up, Nair has a wind-up, back air has a wind-up, down air. Everything has some startup to it, but there's very little on his up air. And the cool thing is, you can do a falling up air, and it's not incredibly difficult to hit, and it does set up into some other attacks. So you can do a falling up air into a Nair. I think you could do it into a forward air as well. You could do it into another up air. And I can see this attack being used a lot because even at high percents, now, obviously this hasn't been tested against a wide variety of characters at all different percentages, but someone like Ganondorf, who's going to fall fast, as opposed to some of the lighter characters, you know, it'll still work at 80 into, it wasn't true there, but it'll work at 80 into either a fair or, if I don't whiff it, into a Nair as well. Okay, let's talk about spells and the MP gauge and recovery and all that stuff, because it's an interesting mechanic, because you basically have a pool of mana that you can spend, and if you're out, you're out. So you can charge all of his spells, you know, side B, you can charge all the way up, you can charge his neutral B, and you can charge even up B for a better recovery. Now, obviously, you have to keep an eye on your MP bar, because it takes a while to recharge. So it looks like, you know, every second or so you get 1 or 2 MP. Now, the more you charge a spell, the more MP it's going to take. And on the other side of the coin, the more you charge a spell, the stronger or more efficient it's going to be. So you could chase pretty deep off the stage, because if you have a full mana bar, you can use his, what the hell is the name of the spell? Whoosh, swoosh, kawoosh, fully charged. I mean, it's going to take like 50 mana. Actually, that only took like 20. That's not bad at all, but you got to make sure you have it, because if you don't, like, if you're at 0, like I showed you earlier, so let's, come on, there we go, 7. If you're all the way down here, you're not getting a full charge if you don't have enough MP. And for everyone who's crying and moaning about the hero being OP, or nerf the hero, or did anyone even play test this, you know, that's completely broken, I beg to differ. Everything is going to be very time and place, because if I need a specific spell right now and I don't have anything that's going to deal that much damage, like, obviously you have the one-hit kills like Kamikaze, or you have Thwack. I don't know, these spells all sound the same after streaming twice today and looking at this character for like the last 5 hours, but you're going to see the extreme of things for the next couple days or even week or two, because you're going to see clips, you're going to see Twitch highlights on Twitter, you're going to see all crazy things that are happening and people assuming that this character's broken. But for every crazy thing that happens, or every crazy highlight you see, there's going to be 10 people playing the hero that just get smashed off stage when they're trying to hit down B, and they're trying to pick something like Kamikaze, or Thwack, or Flame Slash, or whatever. Okay, I'm done rambling about the hero, but those are just my initial thoughts. after playing the character for the last 4 or 5 hours. Now, obviously, you can expect a full character breakdown like I'm doing with anyone else. That'll likely be not this coming Friday, but either next Friday or the week after, because I do want to spend more time with the character before I come in and just do a full breakdown. You could also expect I'm going to do an online play video, all that stuff, you know, whatever. So, I don't know, smash that thumbs up button or whatever. I'm really tired. Subscribe if you're new. Goodbye.